Hey, you. Bet you came here thinking I was gonna defend orgies, nudity, and hedonism. And, well, you're not wrong. But before you judge, listen to the lawyer for your desires. Lust is instinct. It's nature. It's human. It fuels romance, passion, art. You're born with hunger, with thirst, and with desire. And there's nothing wrong with that. If your body is a temple, why treat it like a prison? The truth is, lust sets you free. It pushes past moralism and reveals who you really are.
What the?
Oh, look who decided to show up.
I step away for 5 minutes and the devil's already here selling sin like it's designer cologne.
Chill, Halo boy. What, kissing's only allowed on the forehead now?
Lust isn't freedom. It's a shackle disguised as pleasure. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And by the time you notice, you're trapped, drained, and far from everything that really matters. You know why it hits those called so hard? Because the enemy doesn't waste ammo on people who aren't a threat. He targets the private, the hidden, corrupt the heart, and the purpose collapses. David fell, Samson fell. They were chosen, anointed, but they got distracted because lust isn't just a desire. It's a tactic in warfare, and you think it's just human instinct? If you're battling this, it's not the end of the road. But it's not something to shrug off either. It's a war zone. And battles aren't won with excuses. They're won with light.
David, Samson, some of my greatest hits. Those downfalls got me a sweet promotion down in hell.
The truth is, the freedom he's selling, it's emotional fast food. You consume it quickly and end up with a soul hangover.
You call it addiction. I call it unresolved craving. Empty people trying to fill themselves with whatever they can grab. And let's be honest, the body is way more accessible than heaven. You keep selling some invisible afterlife paradise, but shame the only pleasure humans can actually feel. You expect people to trade the fire of desire for celibate purity. Lust isn't the problem. The real virus, that guilt you install into their psyche from childhood, like spiritual malware. I don't create the darkness, I just flip the switch.
It's not about having desire. We all do. The problem is when desire becomes addiction and people turn into props in someone else's pleasure play. When hooking up turns into throwing away and love vanishes from the equation. You call it freedom, but it's just a craving for meaning wrapped in want. And here's the tragedy. Those who live in lust never really taste true pleasure. Only the fleeting relief of emotional withdrawal.
Oh, great. What now? You gonna act like chastity's trending on TikTok?
Chastity isn't about ignoring desire. It's about directing it. It's choosing to love for real, not use on impulse.
And you really think people want to hear that?
No, but they need to. Lust makes sweet promises, but leaves you emptier than before. When pleasure becomes the goal instead of the gift, it loses its meaning. Desire isn't the problem. Forgetting that the other person is a soul, that is.
Wow, what a speech. So touching, so deep. I almost shed a tear. But tell me, when was the last time you actually felt alive? In a church pew, or in a glance that sets your skin on fire. Don't preach from your moral showroom, angel, because deep down in the dark, where no one's watching, everyone wants. And what you bottle up too tightly eventually explodes. Careful now. Pretty soon they'll say smiling too much is a sin.
Nice performance. All that was missing was popcorn. You speak so well, it's easy to forget you're selling poison in a fancy bottle. But you know what's curious? You talk a lot about guilt, but never mention consequences. You preach freedom, but run from the word commitment like you run from the cross. But you know what? I get it now. Nothing I say is going to change your mind.
Finally, a miracle I can believe in.
One day, you'll understand.
Just hope it's not mid-sermon at a youth camp.